What's happening? What is going on, Cantaloupes? The NFL preseason is in full swing, which means it's time for us to make predictions that are really only educated guesses at best, because it's illogical to think that we could actually pick these winners. I'm a beardless man that used to be Mike Cantalupo, and today we present our picks for the winner of every major NFL award in 2018.
Yeah, fix that hair, Mike. Oh, you're looking great. So handsome. Didn't think I was going to pop up in this video, huh? Oh, beautiful. Perfect. All right, back to the video.
Most valuable player, Jared Goff. Yeah, let's go with Jared Goff. It's a wide open race for MVP this year. There's a dozen realistic candidates, but let's go with Jared Goff. He's coming off of a massive breakout season. 3,800 yards, 28 touchdowns. He led the Rams to 11 wins and an NFC West crown. Now, the Rams are a stacked team. They added Brandon Cooks to the offense. Cooper Kupp is ready for a big sophomore season, and I think Goff will take the next step and will be the first Ram to win MVP since 2001. And really, it's more along the lines, because if Jared Goff has a 35 touchdown season as opposed to somebody like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, people are going to look at him more highly because he hasn't done that before. And maybe that doesn't make sense for MVP voting, but in the end, it is humans who are voting, and they want to see somebody new take over those MVP reins. Coach of the Year, Jon Gruden. So this award usually goes to a team that surprises us, the coach of a team that surprises us. And the Raiders are a great candidate to shock us. We thought they were going to be great last year. Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack, franchise cornerstones, but they weren't. Now they have Jon Gruden, who is well known amongst all of the NFL. He should be worth every penny because the Raiders are still a really good team. They should win the AFC West and be able to regain their dominance, and it's all going to come into fruition with Jon Gruden. Maybe. Offensive Player of the Year, Antonio Brown. Will this finally be the year that the best wide receiver in the NFL is finally honored by the Associated Press? Last year, he finished second behind Todd Gurley, who did win the award. He did win the Sporting News' version of the award, which is actually voted by NFL players. His consistency should continue to keep him in the conversation. He won't get the MVP award because of the position he plays, but I realistically think that his play should be bringing him an Offensive Player of the Year award. Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt. So Aaron Donald is the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. He could win it, but maybe Ndamukong Suh will steal some of his thunder now that they're teammates. J.J. Watt won the award in 2012, 14, and 15, but he was limited to 8 total games in the last 3 years. If he stays healthy, he's an annual threat to reach 20 sacks, and he's the best defensive player in football. A healthy year means Defensive Player of the Year for Watt. He just has to avoid the injury bug and look forward to double-digit sacks and passes defended yet again. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Yes, he's considered by many to be the best running back prospect. The Giants could have drafted Eli's successor, but they love Saquon Barkley too much, and there is a lot to love. He'll change the dynamic of their offense right away. They're going to have a great running back for the first time in a really long time. They have a good offensive line. 3 of the last Offensive Rookie of the Year winners have been running backs. So let's look for at least 1,200 yards, 12 rushing touchdowns, and he'll run away with the award. Pun. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Bradley Chubb. Now, he was drafted 5th overall by the Broncos. Instead of getting a much-needed quarterback, they wanted him with Von Miller. So honestly, in a lot of other draft classes, Chubb would have been the first overall pick. He and Von Miller are going to be an elite pass rushing duo. He has great athleticism. He's 6'4", 270 pounds, and we're looking at double-digit sacks and completely transforming the Broncos defense. I think it's a pretty easy pick. Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill. Yes, I'm going for it. 70 touchdowns and 36 interceptions since 2014. There's plenty of candidates for this position. David Johnson, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, just to name three. But Tannehill led the Dolphins to their first playoff appearance since 2008 before tearing his ACL in 2016. We haven't seen him since. The team is coming off a terrible season with Jay Cutler as the quarterback. The team looks a little bit revitalized with Tannehill under center. He's a more mature leader because he had a year to watch from the sidelines. And honestly, if, like Jared Goff, like I said before, if Aaron Rodgers throws for like 32 touchdowns and 12 interceptions, nobody will really bat an eye. But if Ryan Tannehill does it, and if the Dolphins make the playoffs, he's a legitimate contender. Walter Payton, Man of the Year. Carson Wentz. I mean, how do you really pick this? You could just give it to Larry Fitzgerald every year, in my opinion. I love Larry. But let's go with Wentz as an early candidate. He is the A01 Foundation, which helps disabled veterans. He's raised over $850,000 for a June 2018 charity softball game between Eagles and other Eagles. I mean, he gave over $500,000 to fund a sports complex in Haiti. He's also introduced a giant food truck that will drive around Philly to feed the poor. He did all this while celebrating a Super Bowl and getting married. He's a good guy, and maybe he could get an MVP and a Walter Payton Man of the Year. Who do you think will win every major NFL award in 2018? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you think I'm crazy for thinking Ryan Tannehill will win Comeback Player of the Year. I don't think it's just because I am the biggest Ryan Tannehill fan out there, but it might have something to do with it. Until next time, I'm Mike Cantalupo. Thanks for watching.